Hey Diamonds, what's up? It's your boy Christopher Doc Reed, your favorite relationship and life coach, out here one more again telling you what your father didn't tell you and your mother did not know. Now listen, ladies, you remember being in a relationship, right? And begging him for his time, uh, but he was always too busy. There was just always something that just seemed to be more important than spending time with you, right? There was always excuses for everything, no matter what. But the reality is, no matter what he said, you were still committed. You were still very patient, putting up with all his BS. And yes, it was BS, because the reality is, ladies, you loved him. You loved him with your whole heart, not half of it, not part of it, but your whole heart. Okay. And he took it for granted. Yes, he did. Sure, he took it for granted. He just put it over there on the shelf, like, yeah, I'll get around to it. He assumed you'd always be there. Okay. So his thing was, he had attitude like, I could have my cake and I could eat it too. Right? Yeah, he gave you some promises, but they were empty. He was dismissive, the whole 9 yards. He might have even cheated. And you took him back. Maybe not once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. I don't know. Okay. And with this, crying yourself to sleep, multiple nights. And you're like, okay, what have I done to deserve this? All I've tried to do was love you. All I've tried to do was be there for you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for anything that was over the top or anything that was crazy. Your time, your love, your commitment. Okay. You know what? Hey, like Lisa said, I'm all cried out. I'm all cried up. You said, listen, I've had enough. That's it. I'm done. You said, not another day. I'm not doing it. And that's the wonderful thing I think that God gives women. It's like you got a switch or something that you can be just going through. And that switch get flipped. Click. It's like you just wake up. It's like it's done. It's over. You ain't crying no more tears. You know what I'm saying? And he might not even really believe it. Because you know what? It's ego. Men got ego. And that ego, that's our demise. Because you know what? It's like David and Goliath. Goliath is thinking, he's laughing at David. And so David's like, okay, I got something for you. I got these stones, all right? Goliath didn't believe it. But at the same time, because he underestimated, and that's the worst thing you can do, fellas. Let me tell you something. Worst thing you can do is underestimate a woman. Because when she switch it on you, yeah, okay, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a situation. Because the thing about it is, once she switch it, because when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. And so this is what happened. Now it hits him. Now that you're done. Now it's a wrap. Like no matter what he says or does, you can't turn the switch back on. Once the switch is off, click, ain't no turning it back on. And so he realizes, I have made the biggest mistake of my life. What was I thinking? And now guess what? He's crying on your phone. I'm just saying, snot, looking like the Michael Jordan meme. You understand what I'm saying? You just, showing up at your job, begging you. And when a woman hits you with this, okay, but you could, listen, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? When a woman hits you with that, it's a wrap. You're done. You know what I'm saying? See, because here's the problem. He thought the grass was greener on the other side. He thought the grass was green until he got over there. And what did he realize? Oh, he couldn't see nothing but miles and miles of hay. Wait a minute, I thought this was green. When is this brown? So he says, okay. Guess what? I know where I can go back and get some green grass. This ain't the story of the prodigal son, bruh. It don't end like that. No, you don't just go back and say, I'll arise and go to my father's house. No, no, because ain't nobody gonna be welcoming you with servants and coats and all that kind of stuff. See, because when you go back to her this time, she ain't got nothing for you. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You really screwed it up. And see, he's crying himself to sleep at night. His pillow is wet. You dig what I'm saying? And he knows that there's nothing that he can do, that he can ever do to change it. He had his shot. And that's one of the worst things that, a guy could do, to know I right there. I mean, she was ready, everything I wanted, and I dismissed, I just threw it away. And to have to live with that reality, that emotional hell of regret, that someone else is going to be loving, enjoying, touching what I had, and there's nothing else I can do. All I can do is just sit on the sidelines. I'm not even on the sidelines. I'm not that close. I'm in the bleachers. Actually, you know what? I'm in the nosebleeds. You know what? I'm listening in the parking lot on my radio. They won't even let me in the stands. I can't even get that close. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Okay? And so there's no peace for him behind this. Okay? He's not living, he's existing. And so fear not, because scripture says, Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I will repay. Don't you worry about it. No. I got him. Yeah, I'll take care of that. So if you're feeling right now, you're struggling in some way, thinking he got away with something, thinking, oh, he's winning, he's living his best life. Yeah, no, I got news for you. Yeah, vengeance is mine. Okay, because that day's coming. Trust and believe. I'm a man. I've talked to too many men. We've seen how this story ends. You've seen it happen before. He comes begging and crying. And you're like, well, listen, why now? I can't do nothing for you now. If you had showed up, maybe, I could have worked out a deal, but now it's done. It's closed. It's over. It's a wrap. But if you are feeling like, Doc, I hear you, I understand all that, but honestly, I am struggling with the idea of, I don't know, I don't see it turning out like this. You your hope is a little, fragile right now. Just hit me up. We can talk about it. Schedule a free 30-minute consultation. ChristopherReed.org. Let's talk about it, because one thing I don't want you to do, I don't want you to sit here and fret and doubt and disbelief, thinking that you lost, he won. Yeah, so let me help you realize how you're going to have the last laugh. And I don't mean last laugh like it's to say that you're trying to be spiteful or anything like that. I'm just saying, hey, vengeance is mine. It's not yours to repay. God's got you. It's all good. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So if you want to have that conversation, get at me so we can, talk about how coaching can help you with that. Also, every Wednesday, join me, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in my Facebook group, where I'm talking about the subjects that matter to you most. I'm talking about men. We're talking about relationships, helping you understand men. Okay. The things that, I don't understand why guys do this, why they say this. And, it just doesn't make sense to me. We're getting into all of that. Okay. We're breaking down the code. Okay. We're pulling back the veil. Okay, so that you can see for a whole hour every single Wednesday. And if you miss it, you go back and you watch the replay. All right, go to my website, ChristopherReed.org, where you can see how to join the group. All right, listen, I'm out of here, but listen, ladies, trust me, you shall have the last laugh. Some of you already like, yeah, some of you already are laughing. And you know what? God bless you. Fellas, let me tell you something. If you got you a real one right now and you know you messing up, you better get your ish together. That's all I can tell you. Because on the other side of that, like I said, this ain't the prodigal son. Okay, just because you rise up in the pig pen and say, I shall go to my father's house. No, it's not necessarily going to be somebody welcome you with a coat and, servants and the whole 9 yards. So get it together. All right, y'all. Peace.